The staff at Wakefield Prison who witnessed the murder of Ian Watkins. Now, there's a few people in the previous two videos been asking about the staff, saying what will happen with the staff, and saying will the video, or will the footage rather, be released. I can tell you for 100% the footage will not be released unless it gets leaked. And the only way it can get leaked is if one of the screws videotapes it, or a copper. Because when the police are watching it in the police station, and that's the only way it'll get leaked, which I highly doubt. Or there might have been somebody on the wing with the phone who's getting the aftermath of the footage. But I can tell you that from sources inside that staff who had witnessed the horror unfold of Ian Watkins getting his jugular, that it didn't take very long. It was actually minutes before he died. When Samuel Dodsworth and Rashid Goodell both came out the pads and attacked Ian Watkins, the Lost Prophets frontman, Bacon, the worst of the worst Bacons. When they came out the pads and attacked him and cut his jugular, when the jugular is cut, you can bleed out within minutes, 2 to 5 minutes of that, because it doesn't just trickle out, it gushes out. And when the heart's pumping and that's gushing out, it takes 2 to 5 minutes before that he is no more. Obviously, he's ran at two of the staff members. He stumbled towards them, fell onto them. Obviously, they've had to try and save his life. They've grabbed some towels, tried to stop the blood flow, but believe you me, big slice like that down the throat is not, you're never going to be stopping the blood flow with a couple of towels. So them two staff members that were on duty, will they be reprimanded and will they get into trouble? They will not get into any trouble whatsoever because it was unforeseen. They didn't know this was going to happen unless there was a prior threat to his life and they knew about it. If he went up and said that these two individuals had threatened him and it's been written up, then yes, they will be in serious trouble. But I don't think that would have happened because normally in cases like that, the individual would have been moved off the wing. So that is the only way that the staff, the screws, would get into any sort of trouble. Now, obviously, like I've just said, when they've tried to save his life, there's no way wrapping towels around his neck or trying to stop it, the blood would have been squirting all over them as he's ran towards them. He would have fell over, he did fall over rather. And like I've mentioned, he bled out within minutes. There was no way of saving him. When the paramedics were called, by the time the paramedics were onto the wing, it was dead. He was dead. I was going to say dead on arrival, but dead on their arrival. There was no way of giving someone CPR in a state like that, because imagine if there's a massive gash like that and you're trying to give CPR on the chest, what's it going to do? Pump even more out. So that is how it went down, and that is what's happening. Now, Samuel Dodsworth and Rashid Goodell were meant to appear at Crown Court, Leeds Crown Court this morning. It was by video link. Rashid Goodell, who was the dealer, he was a dealer from London serving life for the minimum of 23 years. He didn't attend the video link. Obviously, they're in the segregation unit. He's obviously said, I'm not attending any video link. Obviously, Samuel Dodsworth, who's a different type of prisoner, who is a Bacon. He raped a woman who he grabbed off the streets. He got a woman off the streets and took her into his apartment and raped her. He was a dirty Bacon himself. He went onto the video link because obviously they've got a different way of thinking, them type of prisoners. He'll be doing whatever the screws say now. Obviously he's done what he's done, but whatever the screws say, he'll be doing what they say, because like I've just mentioned, he's not a normal criminal as such. He is a dirty bacon. So he was obviously went on the video link. There's a pre-trial hearing in November, and the trial date is set for in May. Now, if you look at my previous videos or the ones that were watching them, I did say with a case like this, which is going to be straightforward because it happened on the landings, and there's cameras all over the landings inside of these prisons. Every prison up and down the country has cameras now, so you can't get away with anything out on the landing. There is blind spots in some places, or if it happens inside of a cell where there is no cameras. But in this case, it's happened out on the landings, so it's going to be a straightforward case. It's still going to be a trial because, like I've mentioned previously, they will try and get away with manslaughter. They'll admit to committing the offence, but they will say that they were trying to do his face rather than the neck, and they will try and get away with manslaughter, which will not happen. And I did say before I found out when the trial would be, I did say it would be around about 6 to 7 months, which it is going to be. It's going to be in May. And like I say, it's a straightforward trial. It's all there on camera. And these two individuals won't stand a chance. Samuel Dodsworth was serving a 24-year sentence, a normal fixed 24-year sentence. He'll now be serving life, like I've said, with a minimum of around about 30 to 35 years. And Rashid will probably get life without parole, or his 27-year minimum term will be increased to around about 50 years before he is eligible for parole. So I just thought I would address that because people were asking, a lot of people in the comments said, will the footage be released? Footage of that sort will never be released unless it is leaked. And the only way it'll be leaked, like I've just said, if when the screws are watching it in the office on the camera, they can watch it on playback. One of them might sneak a phone in, which I highly doubt, record it and leak it out. Or a bent copper might do the same. He might video it, which I highly doubt either, because obviously it's going to come back on them and there's going to be a massive investigation. So I just thought I would come on and let you know about the staff and what happened and whether or not they will get in trouble. There'll be a massive investigation. They'll have to attend a hearing and everything, but there will be no accountability on their behalf because they would not have known that this was going to happen. So people, I'll leave that one there for now. And as usual, if you're enjoying the content, remember to comment, like and subscribe. There'll be more videos coming soon, so keep tuned. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss another video. Take care everyone, stay safe.